And together, I know we can.
This Father's Day, give Dad something he'll wear with pride. From custom shirts and sport coats to premium casual wear and those famous Smitty ties, you'll find the perfect gift at Lionel Smith Limited. Limited to only the finest in men's clothing.
The Live 5 or 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Now, on News Channel 6 at 6, a deadly domestic incident in Augusta. What signs advocates say you can watch for to help victims? As your News at 6 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with a deadly domestic violence incident in Augusta, renewing concerns about the impact of abuse on families across the CSRA. News Channel 6's Jartavius Edmond takes a closer look. Jartavius?
Investigators say this case started as a domestic violence call early Tuesday morning, but advocates say many of these cases began long before police are ever called. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office says deputies responded shortly before 3 a.m. Tuesday morning to the 1100 block of Peters Road. When they arrived, they found 42-year-old Savina Walker unresponsive and suffering from at least one punctured wound. Walker later died at Wellstar MCG. 54-year-old Terrence Miller was detained at the scene and later charged with murder. Amy Hall, the executive director of Safe Homes, says cases like this continue to raise questions about how communities, courts, and support systems respond to domestic violence victims.
If we know where the systems are failing us in our community, then let's come together as a community and try to see what we can fix. I know that there's a lot of laws that have to be, followed, but it just seems like a lot of times that the system is not for the victim. And I think that's where the change needs to happen.
Safe Homes Augusta says it helped more than 1,700 victims and families across the CSRA last year. WJBF anchor Dee Griffin, who has publicly shared her own experience as a domestic violence survivor, Griffin says leaving an abusive relationship can be difficult, but she wants people to know their safety and their future are worth fighting for.
But you gain your life. A victim may think that they'll lose a lot, but the abuser doesn't deserve the right to take your life. Your children deserve to have a mother. Your children deserve to have that parent. Your family, your friends deserve to have you.
Georgia Commission on Family Violence data, 42,184 family violent incidents reported in 2024, up to 12% from 2023, 159 domestic violence related deaths. Safe Homes helped 1,700 plus people last year. Advocates say one of the most important things is making sure victims know help is available before situations escalate into tragedy. Live in Augusta, Jartavius Edmond, WJBF, News Channel 6.
All right, Jartavius, thank you. Time now for our first check of the weather with Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Petracci.
Well, right now we are nice and quiet. It has been a dry day here in the CSRA. While we do have some isolated showers and storms to the north of us and down to the south, there's just really not much going on here at home. We also have more sunshine than what we had yesterday. It's a beautiful day as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam there at Television Park, and it's hot outside. Temperatures are in the lower 90s, 91 in Barnwell, 90 in Augusta, and 90 in Aiken. But we do have a couple places in the upper 80s like Crawfordville and Edgefield. Saluda, you're at 88. The dew points are really not as high as they could be. You can see we're down to 57 as the dew point in Augusta, 58 in Louisville. That's making the heat index pretty tolerable, at least for now. You can see some places where there are dew points in the 70s. We have a heat index up to around 95 in Lincolnton. But the winds are coming out of the south. We have 8 miles per hour in Augusta, 7 in Aiken. And for your evening forecast, temperatures will will be staying in the 80s past sunset, 82 at 9, 80 by 10. And then as we look ahead to the next few days, rain chances staying very low at only 20%, and the temperatures are staying high, climbing to 97 degrees by Friday. I'll have a look at the heat index you can expect coming up, but back to you, Jenny.
All right, thank you so much, Jenna. The race for the Republican nominating successful write-in candidates in November, Waldrop, Buck, and McCauley have secured their spots on the North Augusta City Council. We want to remind you about our Giving Your Best Blood drive tomorrow here at Television Park. Shepherd's Blood Mobile will be here. Every donation stays local and can save up to 3 lives. If you are healthy, we encourage you to donate blood. You only have to be 16 with parental consent.
The blood supply is the lowest it's been in the last 2 years. In June 2024, we issued an emergency appeal because the blood supply had become so low. We're not quite there yet, but without community support, we absolutely could get there. That critical level can really start to impact patient care.
You can scan that QR code on your screen right now and reserve your time slot for tomorrow. Hours are 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Coming up, the latest on the conflict in Iran. Why President Trump says Iran.
Both sides back to the negotiation table is the state of the global economy. New inflation numbers here in the U.S. show the war continues to take a toll on consumer prices. For now in Washington, Raquel Martin, back to you.
Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci is back with us now.
Well, Jenny, things are heating up. We'll have highs in the mid-90s with the heat index around 100 to 105. We also have very limited rain chances for now, but higher chances as we go into next week. I'll break it all down when we return.
For the dad who appreciates quality, style, and things built to last, celebrate this Father's Day with exceptional menswear, personalized service, and timeless gifts for every dad. Lionel Smith, limited to only the finest in men's clothing.
It's bow time. Most HVAC breakdowns don't happen all at once. They start small, then fail when the weather changes. Fix it before it fails. Get a $59 AC system check, plus save 15% on same-day repairs. Visit CastleBros.com.
On Castle for comfort. This Father's Day, give Dad something he'll wear with pride. From custom shirts and sport coats to premium casual wear and those famous Smitty ties, you'll find the perfect gift at Lionel Smith Limited. Limited to only the finest in men's clothing.
The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. It is a beautiful Wednesday. It is mostly sunny as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam up at Soap Creek Marina in Lincoln County. 90 degrees out there, feeling like 88. That's because dew points are actually on the lower side today in some spots. Upper 50s at Augusta with a south-southwest wind of 8 miles per hour. Sunset will be at 8:37. Now, as we look across the southeast, most of us are dry. We do have this disturbance bringing some isolated showers to around Greenville, but not much going on overall. Temperatures are in the upper 80s to low 90s all across the southeast, with this ridge of high pressure continuing to dominate the forecast, and it will get really strong as we go into the next couple of days. So tomorrow marks the beginning of what we consider this heat wave. It's not a significant heat wave, but it will be the hottest it's been so far in 2026, with that heat index getting up to around 100 by the 4 o'clock hour. So we're forecasting 100 to 105 for that heat index from Thursday to Sunday, with the actual air temperatures being in the low to middle 90s. We're also watching the tropics. We have our first invest area of the 2026 season. It's this yellow highlighted region around the Bay of Campeche, and it's actually because of Tropical Depression Christina. This was a Pacific storm, and the remnants of it are likely going to emerge here in the Bay of Campeche and the Gulf, and there's a low chance of development here, but it's nothing for us to worry about. It's really just going to bring us some additional tropical moisture, keeping things muggy, leading to rain chances. chances, and it's more so going to be Texas that has to watch for some flooding concerns early next week. But speaking of the rain and the moisture, here's our futurecast tomorrow at 7 a.m. Tomorrow will be similar to today, just a slightly higher rain chance up to around 20%. Still no major feature that's going to bring us a widespread rain or any chance of flooding or strong storms. And you can see as we go into Friday, a similar situation. We could have a disturbance here, bring in those pop-up showers and thunderstorms during the peak heating of the afternoon. Anytime we have a hot and humid pattern like this, some daily storm chances are always in the forecast. But then we'll be watching this cold front that could swing through Friday night and then stall out over the area this weekend. That'll slightly increase the rain chances by the time we get to Sunday. And then by the time we get to next week, we'll be watching a stronger cold front, which will drop our temperatures a little bit and bring some more rain. But lows tonight will be in the lower 70s, highs tomorrow in the mid 90s, 94 in Augusta. You can see over the next 10 days, we'll be up to 97 on Friday, rain chances at 20% for now, then up to 30% on Sunday, 50 on Monday. Highest rain chance will be Tuesday, and at that point, the temperatures go from 97 to 87. So we will take that. Now, congratulations to today's umbrella winner. That is Betty Exum from Martinez. Betty, you can pick up your Viper 6 umbrella here at the station and sign up to win yours on WJBF.com.
All right, thank you, Jenna. Coming up, AU hosting a 3-day volleyball camp. We'll have more in sports with Gianna after the break.
At Science Co.
Did you know Harold proposed in this very room 50 years ago this week?
Didn't he drop your ring?
Rolled right under the couch.
Okay, just one last thing.
You remember?
You're not just inviting us into your home, you're inviting us into your life.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Well, summertime means summer sports camps for the kids, and for the next few weeks, Augusta University will be the center of it all. This week, the AU volleyball team took the court for a few camp sessions. Ellison Hubbard was there.
3 camp sessions in 3 days at Coach Sharon Quarles volleyball camp. Each session lasted from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. On day 3, you would think these campers would be tired, but not for this group of girls.
It's good when they want to get one more rep, one more touch, one more game going. So this is a good thing. We're not trying to coax and encourage people to come on out and play some more. But even this is the first day and this is the 3rd day. So it has not dropped off at all.
It's thanks to the Jags volleyball team. They help these campers break out of their shell and get closer to each other.
I've seen a lot of girls come out of their shell more and talk to other girls. So they're going to introduce themselves, or it's easier to make groups with each other, and they're just more outgoing.
And while it is all fun and games, Coach Quarles and her players still want to make sure they are teaching these campers valuable lessons.
Communication 1, court awareness 2, and then actually utilizing their skills. The pass, the set, the hits, and also just covering more space than where you're just standing.
The biggest thing I'm teaching them is to always have fun with everything they do. Like I said, I'm very encouraging with my groups, so I feel like I'm just teaching them just to keep going, and it doesn't matter about the mistakes that you make as long as you keep going. So.
In Augusta, Ellison Hubbard, WJBF News Channel 6 Sports.
Well, from the volleyball court to the wrestling mat, another clinic took place this week, but in Columbia County. Evans High School hosted a combined 81 kids throughout 5 high schools in Columbia County. The coaches all came together this summer and agreed they wanted to see their athletes sharpen their skills and technique. Wrestling is an up-and-coming sport in the CSRA, so much so that a world champ, Army All-American, and a UFC MMA fighter were there to help these kids get better and stronger in the off-season.
So it gives them somebody to chase and look up to. They say, why can't I do that? Finding somebody that's been there and done that, it starts right here, and the younger we can get them, the better it is for our success, because Camden County, Atlanta, South Georgia, they start when they're in elementary school. We're getting these kids when they're in 8th grade.
Now, Coach Cosper says if you're looking to try out wrestling, there are multiple camps happening throughout the summer. Well, some major college coaching news in the baseball world. Former Coastal Carolina head coach Kevin Schnall is the next head man at South Carolina. Schnall spent the past 20 seasons at Coastal. Most recently, he took the Chanticleers to the championship series in Omaha last season. And there will be a free public event on Friday, June 12th at Founders Park to officially welcome Coach Schnall to Columbia. I'm sure a lot of people will be showing up for that and very excited for this hire, Jenny.
Certainly. All right. Thank you so much, Gianna. We'll be right back.
Right now at Rooms to Go.
The live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on.
Right now at Rooms to Go, shop amazing hot buys, like this versatile 5-piece bedroom package with upholstered queen bed, dresser, and mirror. Now just $7.95. That's right, $7.95 in 3 finishes. A great price for a great style. Only at Rooms to Go.
Here is one more look at our 10-day forecast. Mostly sunny with just a 20% chance of rain Thursday through Saturday. We're heating up with highs in the mid-90s, lows in the mid-70s, and the heat index from 100 to 105 through Sunday. So it will be a hot weekend. Rain chances increase a bit by Sunday, then they will be the highest on Tuesday. A cold front will come through. That will knock our temperatures back down to the mid to upper 80s, but it will still be muggy out there, and we'll still have some morning low temperatures around 70 degrees.
Some interesting visitors roaming the streets of West Augusta. These peacocks have been spotted in several neighborhoods in the Somerville area. They've been wandering around for the past week. As you can see, some are white. This is extremely rare for a peacock in the wild, but it's common in those in captivity. There are reports that they escaped from an enclosure in Appling, so they have clearly been on a long journey. The good news, though, thanks to social media posts, the owner has been located and is coming tonight to pick up those peacocks. Wow. But what a pretty sight for people just looking out their window or whatever. They're going to peacocks.
Imagine. That would be awesome to see.
That's our report for now, everybody. News Channel 6 continues at 7, right after World News Tonight. We'll see you again after the game. Have a great evening.